Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some football? Because I sure am. I am Cobra, and I am joined by Jayme and Ryan of the Social Sports Pad Network, and with Chris from Noot City. Yes, Emperor Noot has graced us with his presence today, as we are here to discuss Week 2 on the hard count. All right. Say hello, everyone.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Let's go. I'm excited. Let's go.
Love that intro, Cobra.
All right. Thank you. Week 1 is in the books, and there were some highlights and some lowlights. Speaking of low light, we definitely want to quickly glance at the Saints-Panthers. And the reason why I would say glance at it quickly, because I don't want David Tepper to be throwing acid at me. Texans beat the Colts. The Dolphins beat the Jaguars. And the Vikings beat the Giants handedly. Let's talk about that for a minute. The Vikings performing very well with Sam Darnold. And the Giants being derpy. So, anyway. Guys, what's your opinion on this game?
Sam Darnold can play football? Who knew?
I mean, the talent was always there, Jayme. Talent was always there, I think what it was, this is typical Sam Darnold. Let's just see what happens before the Vikings have to trade for Aaron Rodgers. Hey-o.
Yes, sir.
Destiny.
The prophecy shall be fulfilled.
Yes. All right.
If I may interject.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Go ahead.
Okay. On a serious note, though, not just because I can be an NFC East hater with me being a Washington fan, but I just laugh at the pure stupidity of the New York Giants, who decided it was a great idea to throw a bunch of money at Daniel Jones, who has more pick sixes than he has touchdowns since signing that contract, and as opposed to just gifting Saquon Barkley. Yeah. Derpity Jones. That's what I'm calling him.
Danny Derps. All right.
Danny Derps.
Speaking of absolute stupidity, let's be real about this game. The Bears' offense did not win this game. Neither did Caleb Williams. It was the Bears' defense that won this game, and the crap spoiled mayonnaise of Levis won the Bears this game. Guys, any opinion about this one?
I mean, the best quarterback for the Bears was the Mayo Man.
Was Will Levis, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Will Levis was...
Will Levis basically became Mayo left out in the sun. Quickly spoiled. I mean, at least he gave the platoon pose when he realized he blew the game. So there's a little bit of, kind of fun. Any of you want to also comment on this? I mean, Ryan, Jayme, any comments? I guess not. So we'll move forward. And we'll talk about Cardinals Bills. Definitely interesting. This game was giving me heartburn, Chris, because the Bills had a very slow start in this one.
I mean, you guys did have a slow start, but Josh Allen did what Josh Allen does best. Now, the real question is what page is Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. on? Because if you saw one of the last plays of the game, Marvin Harrison was wide open.
Yes. Marvin Harrison Jr. was wide open a couple different times. And currently right now, Keon Coleman has more yards than Marvin Harrison Jr. And basically that's kind of sad in a way, because Marvin Harrison Jr. is a quality talent. He was picked very high, and he's had no touches. And it's a shame. And And like I said, Buffalo had a slow start, and I was hoping, and we'll get to it, that in week 2 they wouldn't have a slow start. So, but again, we'll get to it. I also want to talk about Steelers and Falcons. And Yinzer, who is kind of happy about it because Steelers don't Super Bowl, despite going with multiple field goals instead of a touchdown. Thank you, Yinzer. Thank you. We'll see you later. As Yinzer just said, it was all field goals for the Steelers, and it was not any touchdowns for Justin Fields. Like, that has to be embarrassing for the Falcons. But then again, they're used to embarrassment considering 28-3 is their legacy. Any comments?
I mean, it's like I don't even know. Like the Falcons, like they have these expectations with Kirk Cousins, Bijan, Kyle Pitts. They got weapons. I just don't know what happened. I mean, I know the Steelers' defense was good, but I mean, how do you win? How do you lose by not giving up touchdowns?
Yeah. That's a question that I have. I mean, that's got to be embarrassing. And if you got Jayme, Ryan, anything to add on this game?
Yeah, I think one thing is they basically just confirmed what I already suspected, which was I felt like the people were overhyping the 2 quarterbacks coming back from Achilles tears.
I mean,
because
anyone with any first-hand knowledge would have told you that. Anyone who knows the game of football was going to say, yeah, both these quarterbacks were not going to have a good start to their season, or even a good season at all.
Well, but let's be honest, Kirk Cousins was never considered a mobile quarterback, though.
No.
So I don't think anyone really thought that the loss of mobility was going to be that detrimental.
Yeah, even Dan Marino had difficulties coming back from an Achilles injury. All right, I will definitely attest to that. He was not the same quarterback when he came back.
But as for me, I think my take on it is everyone likes to say, "Oh, preseason doesn't matter." These quarterbacks needed to be at least out there at least for one preseason game, or just something. Because unfortunately for them, week 1 was pretty much a preseason warm-up game for them. Because it could have just been Russ, it could have been a combination of the injury and Russ, or it could have just been the injury. We don't know, but. Yeah. When it comes to Kirk Cousins, he needs reps, especially with a new team, and he did not get any live game reps until week 1, unfortunately.
And also, Ryan, the threat of Michael Penix in the wings, because that the Atlanta Falcons want to slam their Penix in the car door. Sorry, had to do that dad joke. All right, and next, I want to talk about the Patriots and Bengals. The Patriots beating the Bengals. Who could have seen this coming? I mean, everyone, I guarantee you, every single critic that was talking this game had the Bengals blowing out the Patriots. Brand new team, brand new coaches. Jacoby Brissett. No, it's not Jacoby Brissett. Is it? I think no. It is.
Yeah, Jacoby was the player. Yeah, they sat there.
Yeah, it was Brissett. It was Jacoby Brissett. It was like Jacoby Brissett's their quarterback. He's nothing but a journeyman. He's the guy you bring in when it's a nothing burger, or when your quarterback's bad. He's a backup, and he showed that he could ball. He beat Burrow and Chase. So, congrats to Patriots on that. This was... All right, let me look at... I don't think there was anyone here. Looking at our pick'ems, I definitely do not see any of Jayme, you picked Cincinnati to win, and yeah, that was bad. Yeah,
I went with 99.9% of all America. Even Patriot fans were picking Cincinnati.
Exactly. I
will say there are some people in my pick'em league that are undefeated.
Yep. All right, and now we're getting to the 4:00 games. The Seahawks beat the Broncos. That was going to be a toss-up no matter what. The Chargers beat the Raiders 22-10. That's interesting to me, all things considered. The Buccaneers showed that the Commanders still have a secondary issue. And of course, the 4:00 game that I want to highlight is the Dallas Cowboys beating the Cleveland Browns 33-17. And I think that the famous women respecter Deshaun Cosby experiment definitely is over.
Oh, yeah.
It is definitely time for Groper Cleveland to go. Famous women respecter to Jeffrey Epstein. Call him whatever you want. Hell, you can call him Karl Malone. But then again, I don't even know that. So that's big takeaway is I think famous Jayme starts this week. Maybe, I don't know. That's
the
something to
turnover
really think
bakery is
about.
Cleveland now.
They had no choice. They dug them. They Haslam dug this hole for Cleveland.
My question is, well, what about that contract?
Again, it's a hole. It's a hole. I mean, he can't. He can't cut. He can't do it unless there's like a big cap hit. He's forced to play him because of that cap hit.
The only thing I know is that
contract here in a few.
Yeah.
And Cowboys fans are now insufferable again.
Of course. And interesting thing I want to highlight, sorry to interrupt, Ryan, is Tom Brady said that the main reason why Deshaun Epstein, the Jeffrey Epstein, was able to thrive was because Bill O'Brien was using the Clemson playbook. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Billy, welcome. Please watch. By the way, Billy, please watch the GDs. Okay. Just a heads up. All right.
Okay.
All right. So now, and of course, we obviously the Lions beat the Rams in overtime, our first overtime win, and of course we have to glance over Monday Night Football as the 49ers beat the Jets. Surprisingly, Aaron Rodgers lasted more than 4 plays. So,
I mean, he has to.
Yeah, silver lining. I mean, yeah, he has to because his destiny is the Vikings. We know this.
Exactly.
Yeah, his destiny is the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
And that is week 1. We were definitely wanted to recap that real quickly. And of course, our week 1 recap is brought to you by Bulletproof Coffee. Bulletproof Coffee has been our sponsor mainly for the bold predictions, but we decided to give it a little bit of a break from bold predictions and give it the week 1 treatment that it deserves. It has coffee. We do not only do they do coffee, they do MCT oil. They do collagen supplements. They do Mighty Greens. They do MCT oil. They have powdered coffee creamer that is flavored. Get that pumpkin spice kick if you want. And they also have protein bars as well. So use our affiliate link. Use our affiliate link.
Do they have protein bars? Sorry, my bad.
Yep. Use our affiliate link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts, and tell them the Social Sports Pad Network sent you the Bulletproof Coffee. Okay. Now we need to get to our roundtable, and we definitely need to discuss the Thursday night football game. That was the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. First off, congratulations to the Buffalo Bills. For beating Miami. It was a well-deserved win. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Buffalo couldn't really talk about that win because there was a big elephant in the room, and that, unfortunately, is the latest concussion to Tua Tagovailoa. And we have to talk about this because I guarantee you every single one of us thinks his career might be done. But I want to start with Chris. because Chris has a bigger insight in this than we do, because he is a genuine Miami Dolphins fan. So, Chris, I need to discuss. I need you to break it down for me. What should Tua do? What should the NFL do? And finally, what should the Dolphins do now?
Oh man, it starts because I've been a Tua defender. I'm not a Tua hater. I mean, there's a
Neither am
legit
I. Neither
civil
am I.
war.
Let
There's
me
a legit
now
civil war. Go
as
ahead.
a division rival, Chris, I will openly say I never hated Tua. Realistically, I never hated Tua anyway. I just thought that I would give a meme or a jab here or there. That's about it. But never hate. He's not Tom Brady level of hatred.
No, I mean, there's legit a civil war within the Dolphins fan base of the people who say, why did we extend him? We could have paid someone more or something. What does Tua do moving forward? I don't know. Part of me wants to say, dude, just hang it up. At least, live your life.
Think of your wife and kids. Football.
Yeah, think of your. It's a job.
This is you literally got a concussion running into the chest of Damar Hamlin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the worst part about it. You went. This concussion could have definitely been avoidable. That's the worst part about it.
Yeah, I saw how he landed, and I love boxing and MMA, and he literally landed like he just got knocked out.
Yes. The fencing posture was definitely prevalent as well, because you saw that. And of course, every single player on that field had definitely kneeled down because they knew, no, this ain't good. Right,
I know it's not good.
guys.
The Dolphins have had. I mean, the first 2 weeks have been a complete crap show. Look what happened to Tyreek Hill, and now this.
Yeah. I mean, guys, you want to
What does the league do? What does the league do? The league's going to do nothing. They're just going to put him on the concussion protocol, and that's it. As far as what did the Dolphins do? Man, they just extended him.
Yeah, they've also just deactivated him for the season.
Well,
So now what do we do? Guys, you guys want to chime in? What do you guys think?
I would like.
Are we going to go round table, like just one person at a time, just to keep it organized?
Yeah, this is a round table. Billy volunteered first, so I'm going to have our volunteer chime in. Then we're going to go Ryan and Jayme. I want you guys to chime in. All
right. For Tua, I would probably sit next year out just for like my own safety and everything. As for the NFL player, for what the NFL does, I feel like the NFL is basically like that average authoritarian government where it's like the hint of criticism, they silence it. I feel like they're going to do nothing. Worst case scenario, they force Tua into retirement. As for the Dolphins, I would mainly focus on like finding like a backup for Tua, like on the same caliber Tua, but in a backup role. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, start searching the backup market. There's got to be something there. Ryan, your opinion.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, finish it. Yep, finish it up.
Chris,
and we'll get to Ryan.
I feel like you're going to get Cam Ward, but stay the hell away from my quarterback, Nico. He is a Tennessee Titan.
In case you didn't know.
Billy's out a year.
Yeah, I think Billy screwed up. All right, so back to it.
I know about.
All right, bring him back in. We'll invite him back in. Just watch it. Anyhow, so I'm going to have to manually cut it. All right. Anyhow, Ryan, your opinion on the Tua issue?
All right. So I think, in my opinion, I think that it's almost a guarantee that he doesn't come back. I think the biggest thing, though, is the NFL going to officially medically retire him versus it being him leaving on his own Andrew Luck style? Because if the NFL medically retires him, that leaves the Dolphins on the hook for what, like $124 million of his contract? Despite him only playing in one game on that contract?
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing to look at, but looking at him as a player, I think we're going to end up talking about him very much in the same light as Andrew Luck. And coming from a Colts fan, you don't want to be there.
Yeah, exactly. Anyhow, Jayme, is there anything you want to add to this?
One thing that I do want to add is a lot of people are kind of throwing this towards the NFL with like their helmets and things like that. So I just want to put it out there. The helmet and even the new padding that they're allowed to wear on the helmets would not have prevented this. The helmet is from being broken. It does not protect the brain. And with the amount of concussions that Tua Tagovailoa has occurred, it makes him more receptive to hits like that, to more concussions. So I just wanted to put that out there. It's not the NFL's fault with the safety of the helmets. There's nothing the NFL could have done differently in the event that could have prevented this concussion from happening. Ultimately, it's if Tua could learn how to just slide like a baseball player, that would avoid a lot of this. But this is not a Tua bashing session. This is I wish him the best and I hope he makes the right decision.
If I can just have a quick rebuttal here about the sliding. To Tua's defense, I don't know if he actually knew where the first down line was on that play in terms of...
Welcome back, Billy.
In terms of actually knowing when he's good to slide and still has the first down, because you don't want to slide it short of the first down and be the reason your team misses out on that.
Yes.
The only defense I'll give him, though, if I may interject, is it was a fourth down.
Exactly.
So you're not thinking about where is the line. You just want to run as much as you can and hopefully make the first down.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Billy is on mute for 2 minutes because he accidentally dropped a GD. We're trying to watch GDs for a minute. Or not for a minute, but for the rest of the season and for the rest of our podcast. So let's try your best for that.
I'm sorry about that.
Tylor, is there anything you want to add to our roundtable discussion on Tua?
I hope he gets better, but unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, I hope he makes the right decision before he does something stupid and kills himself. And this is coming from a guy. This is coming from a guy who's had multiple concussions playing football.
Yes. Let me also put in my 2 cents here for a minute. My opinion is this: Tua's an athlete. First and foremost, we all know this. He's a professional quarterback. When you're an athlete, that is the last thing you want to have happen, and that is to be injured. Especially with a concussion, you want to be out on the field. He is he signed that he got the bag. He wants to compete. He is a warrior. That's the best way I can describe it. But at the same time, I think, current reports are saying that the Miami Dolphins and the NFL will be reaching out to Tua saying, hey, enough is enough. Because I could definitely tell you the NFL is under extreme scrutiny right now because of how they've been handling concussions in the past. And now that they have committed themselves to actually wanting to step forward and treat this concussion issue as a huge issue and a huge deal, I think the NFL will have no choice and actually have to step in. That is my humble opinion. It might be the wrong one, but it is my opinion. And that's it for Roundtable. By the way, if you guys wanted to know, this Roundtable was brought to you by Duke Cannon Supply Company. Duke Cannon is Cobra's favorite product to use whenever he needs to clean up, especially after a hard workout in the gym. So, use the link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts, because Duke Cannon has free shipping on orders over $50, and you can get a lot of things like the trophy game. So you can get the big ass bricks of soap that include trophy game. You can get the off the grid package. You could get these. You could get, of course, the big bourbon beard box that your beard will smell like Buffalo Trace bourbon. They also have the supply drop, which is a $75 value. It has cologne, it also has quick bath wipes and other Duke Cannon goodies, as well as their classic variety pack, thick in a box. So once again, use our bio wherever you get your podcasts. Click on the affiliate link and send the podcast some love. Okay. So now here we go. Guys, the main event, the main attraction, that is the bold predictions for week 2. So, this is how this is going to work. By the way, if you have missed it, Tyler and Chris, I am doing a end of the season lottery raffle. Basically the winner of each week gets entered. We get entered into a drawing to win a custom Social Sports Pad Network jersey. You win, you get 2 extra entries. You can place 1 extra entry, but if you are in this podcast right now, you have 1 entry. Last week, our winner was Frank from Noot City. So congratulations, Frank, for winning week 1. All right, so. How we're going to start this is we're going to start with Chris, Ryan, Jayme, Billy, Tyler, and myself. We are going to go down the list of each game, and when we get to Monday night, every single one of us will pick our Monday night prediction. You don't have to give who's going to be the breakout player. However, you do have to give us who's going to win, who's going to cover the spread. Easy enough. And by the way, before I even say anything, please gamble responsibly. We are not experts. We are just fans of football. Once again, please gamble responsibly. Social Sports Bet Network is not responsible for your actions. All right? Okay, so let's start off with the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. Chris, since I'm starting with you, the Baltimore Ravens are favored by 8.5. What do you got? And already covering the spread.
Okay, I'm going with Baltimore. Baltimore cannot start 0-2. And they're playing at home.
Yes. And already covered.
8.5?
8.5, yes.
I mean, I'm not really good with this one. But I feel they're going to go a little over. I don't think it's going to be as close as they think.
You saying that the Ravens are going to win? Going to go over the spread, I should say?
They're going to go over the spread. I feel it's a 2-score.
All right. Okay. Ryan. Tampa Bay and Detroit.
All right. I think, they're giving Detroit literally just a rerun of the playoffs, and
they're giving them 7.5 points.
All right. Well, I'm going to take Detroit, and I will have them cover the spread.
All right. So Detroit up. 1 second. All right. Okay, Jayme. We have Cleveland and Jacksonville is favored by 3.
I will take Jacksonville in this one. Easy.
All right. Yep, and they're definitely covering the spread.
Yes.
Because famous women respecter Deshaun Cosby definitely can't throw.
The only thing that makes me worried is if they put famous Jameis into the second half, which then that might be trouble for me. But if our favorite Brownie stays in the game, then Jacksonville has it.
Well, he's not my favorite. Let's just phrase that correctly. Billy. Billy, you ready?
What game am I covering? Yeah.
New York Jets, Tennessee Titans. The Jets are favored by 3.5. Watch your just watch your language, brother.
This game ends in a tie.
This game ends in a tie, so that means that the Jets and the Titans will definitely cover the spread. So basically, this is a push. So tie. All right, interesting. Okay. Tyler.
Yeah.
This next one's gonna be interesting. Because I'm going to give you the Rams and the Cardinals. Here's the interesting thing. Rams and Cardinals actually have no spread.
Really? No spread?
Yeah, this is even. This is an even. Yeah. So who's winning? Who's winning?
I think the Rams is like.
Are you going with the Rams? Okay. All right. And as for me, I am definitely going to pick up the Indianapolis and Green Bay game. I am picking the Indianapolis Colts to not only win but cover the spread.
Yes, let's go.
We know that for certain. Okay. Chris. San Francisco, Minnesota. San Francisco is favored by 4.5.
That's going to be interesting, given that they don't have McCaffrey.
That's what I was about to add. That.
It could be closer than I think, but yeah, I think I'll take San Francisco to cover the spread.
All right, San Fran up. All right.
Cover. I have a score update in the world of college football.
Go ahead.
Kentucky is leading against Georgia, 10-0.
Interesting. Wow, Kentucky might pull an upset. All right, Ryan. The Chargers and Carolina Panthers. The Chargers are favored by 5 points.
Do we have to talk about this game?
Sad but true. We gotta.
I'll take the Chargers, and I'll have them cover the spread just because Carolina couldn't stop a nosebleed last week.
Of course not. Jayme.
Yes.
New Orleans, Dallas. Dallas is favored by 6.
Dallas is favored by 6.
Yep.
Oh. Man, they looked really good last week, but so did New Orleans. It's just a see of which one has fool's gold. I am going to go with Dallas Dallas wins the game but doesn't cover the spread.
Okay. Good on now. All right, Billy.
What game is this?
Kansas City, Cincinnati.
Well, I'm putting lipstick on a hog at this point because I believe Kansas City is going to cover the spread, and then I'm going to make out like a bandit.
Wait, what was the spread on that game?
6 points. 6 points.
All right.
That means the Bengals are going to beat the spread. That's what I meant. Lipstick on a hog.
So you're saying Kansas City wins and covers the spread?
No, Kansas City does win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer that the Bengals beat the spread.
Okay, I'm correcting that. Okay, corrected. All right, thank you.
I know.
All right,
I know.
Tyler.
Oh, don't tell me.
Yep, it's panel time.
Okay.
The New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. It's panel time.
What's the spread on this one?
The commies are favored by 1.5.
Oh, actually, I think the Giants are going to win this one, and I'm not being biased. The Giants are the better overall team.
Interesting.
Boo!
Wait,
Yep.
hold on. With Daniel Jones as quarterback.
He might be bad status.
Yeah.
Like dead ass.
For
Like
Tyrod Taylor.
no,
All right, and
Tommy Cutlets.
oh, I thought Tyrod was still part of that team. Okay.
No, Tyrod Taylor's with the Jets.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor's a Jet.
Okay, so he's backing up just in case Aaron Rodgers, future Viking, messes up his other Achilles. All right,
Don't worry.
Technically, he's in the same building.
Yeah, pretty much. So now I am going with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. The Steelers are favored by 2.5 over Denver, and I am picking the Steelers because Steelers going to Super Bowl. Steelers going to beat them damn horses, just like Mr. Ed beat Bewitched in the ratings. Steelers got Super Bowl. Steelers win. Despite Justin Fields doing his best Cordell Stewart impersonation, but Steelers got Super Bowl! Alright. Thank you, Yinzer.
I feel like the end. Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead.
I feel like the NFL purposely is like tell Russell Wilson to rest his calf for an injury and just basically saying it's a conspiracy theory. I know.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I just think Russell Wilson's completely cooked. All right. And finally, Chris, before we get to the Monday nights where we get to pick them, the Chicago Bears face off against the Houston Strouds. I'm sorry, the Texans. The Texans are favored by 6.5.
Man, this is a hard game to call because it looks like Chicago.
No, this isn't, man. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I hope it is.
From the defense,
Caleb Williams looked like boiling ass, man. So again,
I think Houston wins. Houston wins this game. I think they should cover the spread. If they play like they did on Sunday, they could win by more. I know they're not taking on Anthony Richardson; they're taking on Caleb Williams, so don't have to worry too much about that.
Yes. All right, and now we get to the Monday night. Yep.
Can I say one more thing? Think about the Chicago Bears.
Before we get to Monday nights. Go ahead.
The Chicago Bears only won on the game against the Titans by defense and special teams. Their offense does not look that good at all.
Yeah, no. That's what I was saying earlier. Okay. And now we get to the Monday night game, which is the Atlanta Falcons facing off against the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Eagles have a 6-point, are favored by 6. Let me remind everyone that, according to history, Atlanta, only a brick wall could stop you. Its name is the Eagles. Okay, so everyone is going to pick. Chris, since you picked Houston, you will be last in this order. That way everyone can catch up. So I'm going to start with Ryan, then Jayme, then Billy, then Tyler, then myself, then end with you, Chris. Okay?
Got it.
Okay. All right. Ryan, Philadelphia or Atlanta? 6-point spread.
I'll take Philly and cover the spread.
All right. Jayme.
I will take Philly and cover the spread as well.
Okay. All right. Billy.
Here's the thing. Philadelphia's wide receivers are listed questionable. So
Right.
I'm gonna break tradition and say the Falcons win and beat the spread.
It's interesting. Atlanta. All right. Well, Tyler.
Oh, I'm taking Philadelphia. They're going to be more than covering the spread. I think it's going to be like a 2.5, 3 score game.
Yes, I'm also taking Philly as well, covering the spread, because the Falcons did not look great against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Philadelphia has a comparable defense to Pittsburgh. That's my 2 cents on that. And of course, Chris, Philadelphia or Atlanta?
Philadelphia 6.5. Yeah. The 6 and the spread's fine. I don't see it being closer.
All right. And that is it for our bold predictions. That was brought to you by W Energy. W Energy, of course, has been the Social Sports Pad Network, its first sponsor. So use our affiliate link and see what's so different about this energy drink than all the others. You've heard of G Fuel, you've heard of Ghost, you have definitely heard of Gamer Subs. Why don't you try W and earn that W? They have a starter sampler pack out there where you get a shake. They have the jitter, and the energy blend is not designed to give you those jitters. They have watermelon, guava, lime explosion, and this is a sample pack, by the way. The Dragonade, which is dragon fruit and pink strawberry lemonade, and of course, Peach and Peach, which is definitely a peach flavored. If you didn't figure it out, all three of those in the sample pack are jitterless, but they have other flavors too, like a limited time release of Grandpa's Denture Water Energy. Interesting. Purple Dub Sauce. They have mystery flavors, and orange cream, Calio cream. Big energy tears. That sounds interesting, especially for. And it's a blue raspberry flavor. So Billy, I know you're listening. Definitely useful for you. So if you're listening, use our affiliate wherever you get your podcasts and tell them the Social Sports Pad Network and the Hard Count sent you. And of course, I will be wrapping this up with a pretty bow. That is it for the Hard Count. Wow, it is good to be back. We want to, of course, give our affiliates a wonderful shout out. Fanatics, Dr. Squatch, Sleefs, Fubo TV, Century PC, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds, Bulletproof Coffee, Buchanan Supply Company, and of course, Dubby. Also want to give a special shout out to Ricky, who is still recovering from a septic knee infection. Again, without Ricky, this podcast would not be possible. That is a legitimate statement right there. So, on behalf of Jayme, Brian, and Tylor, and of course, Chris and Billy from Noot City, I'm Cobra, and we'll see you on the field.